Sorry about that. I was having a fun time of the game randomly, or not the game. My webcam was randomly not working. Randomly. Because it does that, right? Because why make my life easy and fun and great? Good lord. Is it not picking me up very well? Boop that up. Nope. Yes, no, no, yes. Okay. I'm gonna yank that up a little bit, see if that helps. And if I switch you, how much better are you going to be? Hello. Hello. Alright. Well, microphone's being funny. Okay, that just raises my volume that I can hear out of. Okay, well, awesome. That's being fun, and by fun I mean not very fun, so. Oh well. Yeah, that's gonna make me quieter. Okay. Welp. I couldn't remember what day it was, and I had like grabbed. I bought notebooks that you can't really see because it gets cut out, but notebooks to take notes on, you know, grand scheme of things. Something changed with my things that got everything all kerfluffled. So we're just going to go do a bunch of kerfluffling myself real quick. And then back over to here so that I can see things. There, okay. Go into that chat, and then I'm trying to remember where everything is located in this one. Oh, I never realized I could see a reflection like that. That's disturbing and cool. So lower. Yeah, that looks good. And hello! I'm just finishing setup. I had lovely issues of webcam not wanting to record properly. No. Ooh. Okay, why are you not now transitioning it? What happened to my easy buttons? There we go. Thank you so much for joining me on a lovely continuation stream of this, and hopefully I don't get super frustrated again, which is what happened last time I played this. This is why I do not play games when I have migraines. I'll take that. I'm actually curious, does this give me any information? No, it really doesn't. Okay. Cool. So, and I want to go open up this outside door before I get any further along. I've got a new notebook. I'm going to start making notes better than me just scribbling a lot of things. Hi, this Cupid bath. Let's see. Okay. And I know what I did wrong with shelter last time, so I'm actually going to grab shelter again because I realized what I did wrong. And what I did wrong is you're not supposed to do 7 plus 13, you're supposed to do 7 plus 12. So, that's what I'm going to do. Time lock safe, set unlock date. It is November currently. September, October, November 19. Okay. There we go, and I want to set it to 10. I believe. Yes, November 19th to 10. Can I get into the network at all? Let's see. I'm curious. Oh, I wish I had the magnifying glass, because that looks like that has information there scribbled that I might only be able to see on magnifying glass. I'll have to make a note of that. Let's see. Data transfers not currently available. I want to know how I get data transfer set up. Only the office can do that. There's got to be also a way to get the... It is possible to connect to elsewhere terminals on the estate using RTA. But I can't connect to any terminals because they're offline. So how do I get them to be online without drafting the rooms? There was a note about that. Let's see, special orders. Yes. Magnifying glass, because it's useful. Okay. So, that's done. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so nothing else I can do there. Nothing else I can do here. But there was, there was a note about this. Is it here? No. I don't remember reading this. Remain where you are for now, given that the red card is due tomorrow. We've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other... No, this is it. Disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. There's a way to get remote access back, but I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. So that's one of my notes I gotta scribble is remote access. I have a list of things that I'm trying to keep an eye on. So I have like the room code, the picture puzzles, remote access terminals. How? There's a lot of things. Just a lot of things. So many things. Too many things. Okay. We dealt with this. I will come back here. Hopefully I will have something to draft me more steps, because this is a lot of steps. Hopefully 10 works. I may have been slightly off in my estimation, because I may have needed to make that 10:30, but we'll see. Alright, so let's just get started on drafting our first sets of rooms. Let's see, we'll do workshop here. Den here. And hallway. Okay. What'd you give me for my item? Broken lever piece. Okay. Let's see. Lavatory, because I can get, or laboratory. I can spell words. Oh, right. Okay, I did make a note about the freezer. I'll have to re-scribble that. Let's see, just a second. So there was a puzzle with the periodic table that was a little bit weird, that I thought had to do with room 46. Apparently it don't. I have since realized that after having opened the door to the big room and not having a way through. Okay, so this one also has that thing up in the corner there. Interesting. Okay, experiment setup. Continue with experiment. Okay, so whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, let's see. We'll do this one. And we'll do gain a star, because stars are useful. I have no doubt I'm going to end up spending 2 or more. gems at some point. Alright. This, I can't remember what the answer is. But there is a periodic table here. So, I just have to keep going back and forward on this. Which is gonna suck. Alright, so 1 is all the way down here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. So I can't remember what this is, and I need to remember what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 6, because it's the PU. Okay. Right, I can remember this. It's like pull something. 2, 4, and 2 down. Push. Okay. So this is push. Because then 3 should be hydrogen. Yes, hydrogen. 4. Is that TH? Yes, 4 is TH. 7 is PU. 5 is 3 down, 7 in. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, RE. Push, right, this is push 3. Before 9, I think? 6. 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. EU. So U. Push 3 up. Right, push 3 up before something. Yeah. Push 3 up. And then A. 8 is up there. Push 3 up after 9, right? I can remember words. 9. Yeah, TE. And then R. N. IN and E. RN. I. N E. Yeah. Push 3 up after 9. So I thought this was push the 3 levers up after you get to row 9. I think this may actually have to do something with this thing that I can't use because it needs boiler room. So lab. Because I actually did open the way to the antechamber without doing that. Except that I didn't have then a doorway going through. And this was Stag and Tags. This was S. Where are we? Real quick, this is further right, because this is 8 dates equal 8 saves. So let me just flip myself around to that real quick. Pictures, code. R1. This is rank 1. This is East Wing. Okay. Stag and Tag. There we go. I'm remaking all of my notes because I am a good boy. Okay. Dark room? How cruel. Yeah, we'll do dark room. And I will come back to you, because you're going to lose power. Oh, fine. I will step in so you lose power. Darkroom didn't lose power. Oh, right! I don't get the negative effects from the red rooms. Ooh. I need to come back here with a magnifying glass. Lockpick. Yay. That's useful. I forgot about being sheltered. Okay, what's this one go to? Spare room, nursery, bedroom. Let's do bedroom. Just because I'll get 2 steps back. Sometimes there's items in here. Not today. Do we have a clock in here so I can see what time it is? No. Okay. Parlor. Parlor's good, and then I can dead end off of the den. Okay. Take that. Wind up key. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box next to this box. If those are 2, true, then it would have to be this one. But all 3 can't be true, so it's a black box. Okay. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yay, I'm right. Okay. Alright, we're gonna make our way back for a minute. Yeah, I'm just gonna make my way back this way. So it should be coming up to 10 soon. Okay. We'll just step into the den. Let's just deal with this door. What do we get? Closet. Closet's good. Okay, reroll dice. And compass. Okay. And then this is bat and bath. And this is R2 East Wing number 1. Bat and bath. Okay. I didn't even look at the bedroom, but that's fine. I will be making my way back there anyways. And this is Bride and Bridge. So R2 middle, Bride and Bridge. Which I already know the answer to that part. It's 8 dates. Or 8 safes is that. And then I had like enough codes to maybe be 8 dates. I don't know. I'm pretty sure 8 dates. But we'll see. I am going to lose footsteps, but that is a-okay. I just want this safe. And it's open. Yay. Okay, gem. Red letter number 7. So red letters. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorable with me and my father, and I will freely admit that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. Right, because Mary, Simon's mother, has disappeared. We don't know where she is. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that were once bitten are twice shy, and I'm aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. Father, I wonder who the father is in this case. I now have reasons to believe that you were, in fact, responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the Red Border to the southern seafront. So Mom went to the southern seafront? And I believe this may have occurred in September, full 7 months after she was reported missing. Okay, so shelter. 7 months after missing. I need to get the archive again to find out what date she went missing. Went to southern seafront. A date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. Okay, so 7 months after... So she disappeared publicly in February. And then in November... Ruby Crown was stolen? I remember reading the articles about that, but she was smuggled across the Red Border to the southern seafront the date the Ruby Crown was stolen. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe the scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive and safe and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land, we all dream of the land where the strangling crimson curtains drape across our sky are pulled back, and the window shutters discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day we'll find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Which is interesting, because Marion was noted for having written one Swinburne, which Swinburne was very much like against the grain of the monarchy, whereas Red Prince, the other book she wrote, seemed to be very for the grain of the monarchy. So that's curious, actually. That is curious. Alright, what can we get here? This is a dead-end area. Let's do pantry, because I can then get food. So I can increase my steps again. Yay. Alright, now let's do West Hall. And then whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. Yeah, let's do that. Is there an item? There is an item in here, I think. Yes, more money. Okay. Yeah, so this is the Red Prince book, which seems to be very pro-monarchy. Also, apparently, about Simon. So, which I have now questions about Simon. So, okay. Let's see. Let's go open this door. I'm gonna have limited steps because I made choices, but you know what? That's fine. Limited steps is fine. I still need to figure out how to get that thing down from the foundation. I still have 2 ways up if I grab this, but if I grab security, I can then at least make security doors minimal. I also want to figure out what's up with security room, because there's clearly something going on here. The fact that you have these images of these certain rooms. So, for example, I can see what looks like a vault. This is the pool. Security room itself, which is where we have this note. Red bimbos are lies unless they're handwritten, or that thing. You know, there's these hoardings. This is the hallway. There's the nook, music room, library. That's the wine cellar. But then you have this security footage of the vault twice. You have the nook on here twice. The archives, that is the walk-in closet, the spare room, That is the other closet that I denied, the office, the nursery, which is really clear of an image. Interesting. So yeah, there's these images, and I don't know if I'm supposed to do something with them, but maybe I am. Okay, can I get something else to give me food? Kitchen. Sure, I have money. I can buy footsteps. No, we'll do banana. Oh man, I could have done club sandwich and got 15. Well, 12 is close enough. I'll probably get more monies. Use the lockpicking kit. There we go. Wheel? Let's do breaker box. Because then I can at least turn on the garage and hit that off. I did the VAC indicators already, so I don't want to redo that. Queen and car, or card and car. Where am I? This is rank 4. West Wing, number 2. Car and card. Then rank 4, West Wing, number 1. Is kitchen. I always forget to double check these photos. Like a fool. Cot and coat. Cot and coat. Okay. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Security, what was this? Tie and tier. Rank 3, West Wing, number 1. Tie and tier. And there was that one that I couldn't remember. I was like going create, and then I realized crate and create are 2 different words. And I had that wrong. Crow and row. This is rank 3, West Wing, number 2, crow and row. I grabbed my key from in here. Yep. Okay. This was plan and plane, rank 2, West Wing, number 2, plan and plane. What was it in here? I'm doing this because I'm messing up. Rank 2, West Wing, number 1, star and stare. These don't change between things. Desert and desert. Rank 1, West Wing, number 2, desert and desert. But still, better to grab them than not. Pray and pry. Rank 1, West Wing, number 1. Pray and pry. Okay. Alright, let's go up by den. Did I? Oh, right, I put that one in. Bath and bat. Sure, let's grab chapel because I'll be sheltered from the chapel. That works. And do I have any coins to grab in chapel? No. Anything? Nope. Okay. I don't want coat check. I want to save my gems, so I'll toss in a spare room. Do I have any photos in here yet? No, I don't. Okay. Let's see. Storeroom. Dining room. Dining room will be good. We'll do dining room. Because I'll most likely hit rank 9, and then I can get whatever's in here. Tier and Tiger. So, rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle, Tier and Tiger. Alright, let's go over here. What is this direction? Do corridor. I have plot and pilot. Rank 5, West Wing number 1, plot and pilot. I'm gonna figure these out, I swear. Let's see. Terrorist. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. You know what? No, I'm gonna go with the storeroom. Just because it's gonna be better on my monies. Okay. So that's bathtub and that's tube. Tub and tube. West Wing number 2. Tub and tube. Okay. Keep hitting alt tab like that's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, let's see if I can't get something to connect to foundation so then I can go back around. Here, passageway. Excuse me, what? There are secrets on the other side of rooms? Sometimes? Are you kidding me? One, I thought that was a doorway into foundation. I did not realize it was a secret cogwheel to lower the thing, and that there may be secrets on other sides of doors. So, or where there's not a door, but okay. Sure. Okay, I can't pick the lock. Fudge. Well, that answers what I'm supposed to do. Let's see. I don't want furnace. Commissary is going to lead me away. But I can buy things. And I can make my way back to the kitchen to get the extra steps. Alright, we're going to grab commissary just because I can buy stuff and then I get this. Paint and pint. So this is 7. Middle, paint, and pint. Alright, what do I have here that I can buy? A shove salt shaker. Here we go. I won't have enough for that, but that is fine. Salt shaker is good in this case. Okay, so I'm actually gonna make my way back and grab some more bananas. More bananas. Let's see, that is gonna be straight through spare room. Oh, I have to go back a long ways for that. Okay. One. Actually, might not be worth it. With how many footsteps I have left. Better to hit rank 9. It's gonna be better for me to hit rank 9, I think. Ooh, office. Oh man, I have no gems. Okay, wait, maybe I can get... Oh no, I have to... Gymnasium. 1 gym is off, 2 it's sheltered. It's my last sheltered room though. Let's see. Guest bedroom would give me 10 steps. I can't get rumpus room. Okay, we're gonna redraw. billiard room will keep me going to get up to rank 9. Alright, so dinner is served, which means I get those footsteps. I get a bunch of extra coins, which is awesome. And let's do math problem. Alright, so this is 16. That's what we're starting at. We have 4. I think it's divided by 2. So it's 2? Yes. Okay, so purple is divided by... I'm going to quickly make quick notes over here on billiard room. Okay, so blue equals add, purple equals divide. Okay, so 12 plus 3 is 15, divided by 3 is 5. Okay. I think yellow is subtract and pink is multiply. So I have 20 plus 3 is 23. Subtract 3, which is 20. Times 3, which is 30. Divide by 6, which should be 5. No. Okay, 16, 2. 12 plus 3 is 15, divided by 3 is 5. 20 plus 3 is 23. Minus 3 is 20. Times 3 is 60. Math. Divided by 6 is 10. Okay, so pink is multiplying. And you give me a key card. Of course you do. I've already turned key cards low, but you know what? Fine. I've also turned them off. And then I didn't go back and fix that. So... I'm kind of SOL on that. Okay. Well, we're gonna go back and get steps anyways. Please be something good so that I can go back and fix things. What do you give me? Ooh, plus 20. Okay, that'll be work. That'll be in my favor. It's 29. Plus the salt shaker gives it 21. Commissary's back up that way. I really wanted to get over to Foundation. Looks like I'm not going to, so I need to go down back to Parlor. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, right, your photos. Pine and Pin. This is... Did I get this one? No, I did not. Rank 1, East Wing, number 1, Pine and Pin. Alright. This way, back through here, which gives me 2 spots next. And that's P and... Where's the other image? P and Peak. So this is rank 3, East Wing, number 2, P and Peak. Ah! I smacked my microphone and then I accidentally muted it. Because I'm a silly goose. Alright, I'm in here. Open the door. What have we got? Rumpus Room I can't get. And I have no rerolls. Oh, Joyous of Joyness. I have Nursery. We'll do this one because it'll give me the same as the other. No? Yes. Yes, it does. And 2 gems. Sweet. So if I get Rumpus Room, I can draft it again. Fire and Fur. Now I'm getting booking requests for pet sitting. Rank, what rank is this? Rank 4, East Wing number 1, Fire and Fur. Okay. And then you have pawns in you. Not been really keeping track of that. I should probably keep track of that. I'm gonna go to my rooms list. That is bunk room, pawn. Okay, so clock and lock is for rank 3, East Wing number 1, clock and lock. Which I knew most of these, but I'm still wanting to make sure I grab them. Okay. And then you have photos in here too. Where are they? Pretty sure you do. Yeah, this is, I want to, that looks like there's writing there, so I need a magnifying glass, and I think that'll get me Orchard, if I'm not mistaken. I'm guessing, but cart and car are to East Wing number 2, cart and car. Okay, and I know there's a create and crate because I could not spell, and that caused problems. Okay, that's just about the creation of that. Alright, we're gonna swing it this way. I'm still kind of locked out of the foundation based on what I did, but you know what? C'est la vie. Okay, so let's just grab here. Okay, can't pick it, that's fine. We'll just use my gems. Ordora will give me rerolls, but that ends that spot there. You have keys for sale. We'll do this one. Maybe I can reroll for something really useful. Oh, hey! You're just open now. Okay. That's nice. Wonder when that happened. Alright, 10 for a key, 6 for a shovel. I'm gonna buy 1 key and then maybe come back. Alright. Tie and time. The gymnasium has tie and time. That is located rank 7. West Wing number 1, tie and time. Okay. Garage will give me more keys, but that ends that spot, so it only gives me 3 more rooms. Library will turn me up. Let's do library, because I might have a book. I do have a book. I grabbed The History of Orinda. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Area Central Board of Education. Mary Jones, check this out. Detective Bon Margle, check this out twice. Once in March, so after Mary disappeared, and then once in September, 2 months before the crown disappeared. Because I think she disappeared in 87, if I'm not mistaken. It's about 7 years ago. So this is currently 93. It was like 86 or 87. Okay. Edited to conform to our department standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Oh, wow, that's a lot of redacted text. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Okay. Is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. One Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king, whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Okay. I'm gonna make a note here. Oris is the first king. So, library book. Orinda history. Oris first king. Ajera first age. Would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. So, town? Town name 2. Okay. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to the trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, the... who knows what, because it's redacted, a new kingdom was born. And the name of that kingdom is also apparently redacted. Go figure. Second Era. It was the 4th king, who we have no idea who that is, who split the vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and the mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heart spring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. Redacted. So, Second Era, 4th king. 3 sons. Okay. Eldest, fields, and mountains. Unknown location, but fields and mountains. Okay. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms. Youngest got Arch Ares, because we're in Fen Ares, so that's interesting. Arch Ares. Northern storms? Okay. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the elder brother's lot. To his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted the southern region of Araja. Middle... So 3 children, 2 sons. 2 sons. Daughter, southern Eraja. A land steeped in tradition. Tradition. Well, apparently Arch Ares we don't get to know the symbol for, I guess? As the Second Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. I hope I can get an unredacted book or something, because that would be useful. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of the heirs continued that tradition, and the 3rd era was defined by who the F knows. Commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation of the promise of prosperous and bright future. Except that I'm guessing the middle country to the youngest is not liked anymore. So I'm just going to draw a mountain symbol here for the northern country. Right? Because it's... No, the northern country is the youngest. So the northern country is Arch Aries. No idea about the middle country. And then the southern country is Araja, which has this timepiece symbol, I guess. Fourth era. As the kingdom blank entered into the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took reins of power. King Desolates the Third. Fourth era. Desolates the Third. Okay. Was a king who was often seen drinking. You've, cut out so much of this. A sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well. Ooh. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department and this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status. So it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orindia could be found, it would likely be within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. So there is an uncensored version. How do I get the uncensored version? I want. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I will say, well done, fair play, and perhaps my next visit will have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective von Margol of the Red Guard. Desolates was renowned as the king of no one when he made the decision to move something castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed in which took root in the grand city of Fen. Era of Ruin. After passing King Desolates III, the fourth era came to abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. This is just, rude. Okay. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that Desolates IV shared little of his virtues. So, Prince Learson of Fen. So there's suddenly a fight between Desolates IV and Prince Learson of Fen. Versus Desolates IV. Okay. Hello, Hellhound. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. That's one way of saying that. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage, merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once the center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocents echoed through the city streets, stained in red. Okay. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. A sympathy for the city surged. Allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favor to persuade nearby realms of Arch Aries and Nuance. So there's... Nuance is another realm. Okay, so Nuance is another realm. Arch Aries helped Learson with the general. Okay. Do we have that general's name? This is the War of the Fifth Era. And lasted 22 years. Okay. However, the tide turning in the war, their favor victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 20 years, saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Oh. Okay. Royal family fled south. Oris had black flags. Okay. Red flags was after Oris was gone. Okay. The current era. Today, the realm is inhabited by the 3. Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja. So Oris is now Araja. Or, no, Oris is Fen Ares. So Oris became Fen Ares, which has the color red. Okay. Once again, united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realm serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, land of our fathers, mothers, and our children. Redacted. Okay. That was a lot. Ooh, a gem. That was a lot. Spine and Pine. That's a new one. What rank is this? Rank 7. West Wing number 2. Spine and Pine. Okay. Wonder where I can get that book. The answer is apparently a bookshop. I've never seen a bookshop before. Okay. Hi. This is actually a thing. I've also basically ended my day because I just looped it around, but I don't care. I'm... Okay. Reddington Herald. A new clue sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Mary Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Oh, she released this after she disappeared? Oh, okay. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating the writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance. Huh. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from the first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to A Lasting Hope, a nonprofit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing, conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. I mean, this is just an indicator, I'm guessing, that I'm going to need this book. Which is great. Let's see. Detective Von Margle, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Okay. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together, elbow to elbow in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Okay. Crate and chart. No. Oh, what is this? Because that's a chart, that's a box, that's a crate, that's a chart. I mean, that's a chart. A poster, what's another word for that stupid thing? Because I'd say chart for that, but that doesn't work with crate. There's another word for what it is when it's on the stand like that. I just can't remember the word. Because I'd say like chart and chest, but that's not it. Box and something. Square and something. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna make a note of rank C. This is rank 8. West Wing number 2. Question mark. Crate and chart. Question mark. Because that's not right. I know that's not right. Can I take a screenshot? Did you take the screenshot? No. No. What is my... Oh, fudge off. Holy manner of insanity. What is my screenshot button? Win Alt print screen. Okay. Win Alt print screen. Nope. There we go. Now I have that screenshot. Just because apparently it doesn't want to register that. Okay. Because I need to think about that one. Ouch, you're expensive. 50 coins for the first edition of Arindia. And a new clue. The Curse of Blackbridge, Realm and Rune. Interesting. And then 2 drafting strategy books. Okay, well I can't afford any of that, so that's not happening. But I am going to add in a note about that. Where is my rooms page? Rooms list. Bookshop. Books, expensive. And a new clue. $50. You're gonna cost me 50 coins. Okay. Sure. Alright. Let's go into the billiard room, see what we've got here for photos. A bat and bath again. Okay. So, basically what I'm gonna do is just run around and grab photos. Because I can. And figure out what the photos are. So, this is rank 8. West Wing, number 1. Bat and bath. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I don't think there are any photos in the gym. Nope, there were. Oh, right. This is tie and time. Yeah, West Wing number 1, tie and time. I got West Wing number 2, spine and pine. Okay. Commissary. Did I get the photos in here? Paint and pint. Okay. No photo here because this was closed. Boudoir, though. Did I get you? Don't think so. No, I did not. So that's a coast. And that's a tag? No. 10? No. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I don't know what this one is either. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Can I mess with you? No. So this is rank 6. West Wing, number 1. Question mark, Coast. And tag 10. So I need to think about that one. I'm also getting a lot of spam calls today. Let's see. I think I grabbed dining room. But this is on my way. Yes, Tiger and Tier. I know I grabbed corridor and storeroom because that's rank 6. That's rank 5. Yes, so I got those two. Spare room I didn't. Utility closet is rank 4. West Wing. Yes, I got those two. I got bunk bed. Can't see chapel. I've grabbed security. Rank 3. West Wing. Grabbed nook. I think I grabbed the hall. West Wing 2. West Wing 2. Yes. Nursery. Did I get nurseries? Yes, I did. I remember grabbing that one. Yeah, there it is. Stair and star. Pantry. Hallway. Entrance hall is the F because it's facing ace. Entrance. Alright, I need to mark down its face and ace. Workshop just said the letter E, but I already knew that. So I'm just going to mark real quick. Rank 1. East Wing, number 1. E. I grabbed the laboratory. Got the dark room. Bedroom was rank 3 East Wing. Number 2. Yes, got that one. I got parlor. And then I got bunk room. Okay, so I've gotten all of the rooms so far for today, so I am going to just call it a day, I guess. Damn. Okay. So I found new rooms today, too, which is nice. I gotta make my lovely picture code continuation. So, West Wing 1, West Wing 2, middle, East Wing 1, East Wing 2, which will help me with my layers. So we did the sizable inn. Yeah, so there was new rooms, 2 new rooms, because I grabbed the shelter, which is technically new. The other room, the other time didn't happen. And then the bookshop, which is definitely new. So that was fun. I'm just gonna make a couple quick notes, and then the stream's actually gonna end here, because I finished the day, and I have other things to get to. So, this is the letter F for this. If I remember correctly, this whole thing is safes, the bottom. So, just to verify, rank 1 East Wing, number 2 is an S. Stag and tag, yes. Bath. Oh, that's rank 2. H. E, yeah, okay. If I remember, this is 8. Okay, so, rank 1, West Wing 2 is Desert, that's S. Prey and Pry, that's A. Okay, so we've got those marked off. Okay. Then for rank 3, West Wing, number 1 is Tie and Tears. That was R. All right, this was Crack, if I'm not mistaken. West Wing number 2 is Crow and Row. Or at least it looked like it was Crack. Those are marked off. West Wing 3, East Wing, P and Peak. For East Wing number 2, yeah. East Wing number 1, Clock and Lock, so that was C. Pretty sure it's an A there, and that's Crack. And then we had, for rank 4, East Wing 1, Fire and Fur, which is E. Pretty sure this was the dates, too. Where did 4 go? Okay, and then West Wing 1, Cot and Coat, so that was A. West Wing 2, Car and Card, that was D. Yeah, your dates. Any other rank 4s there? No. Rank 5, West Wing 1, Pilot and Plot. I think you were also 8. Tub and Tube. Rank 2, Car and Cart. Yeah, got that one. Let's see, any other rank 5s? No. Middle, Tier and Tiger. Yeah, G. Rank 6, West Wing 1 was a question mark, so I don't know that one. Rank 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so rank 6, don't know. Rank 7, West Wing 1 was Tie and Time, which is an M. West Wing 1, Tie and Time, M. Rank 7, West Wing 2, Spine and Pine, S. Those are now noted down. Rank 7, Middle Room was Paint and Pint, so A. Rank 8, West Wing number 2, don't know. Rank 8, West Wing number 1 was Bat and Bath, so that was also H. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8 dates, Crack, 8 safes. Can barely say that. I have no idea about the rest of it. Picture results. And I totally forgot to mark down where I was seeing those chess pieces, but whatever. I'm gonna really quickly make a note of the rooms that I do have, though, while I'm on stream. I'm gonna let it do its save and continue thing, which is fine. Just wanted to make this note before I forgot about it. The security room unlocked the gems. That's what it was I did. So I did solve the security room. I don't need to solve it again. That's what I was trying to remember, if I had solved the security room. Here, house directory. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Room directory. Okay. So foundation technically is room 1. That's interesting. Foundation. Okay. Entrance hall is 2. Three is spare room. Four is parlor. 5 is billiard. No. This is 5. Oops. I can do math. 4 is question. 5 is parlor. 6 is billiard. 7 is unknown. 8 is unknown. I haven't found them. 9 is closet. 10 is walk-in closet. $11 unknown. 12 is storeroom, which is also on that thing. Okay. Key, gem, coin. $13 is nook. Key. 14 is garage. Key. 15 is music room, which I've only found once. Key. 16 I haven't found. 17 is den. Gem. 18 is wine cellar. Gem. 19, 20, and then 21 is pantry. There's a lot of rooms. Coin. 22 is rumpus. I need to find rumpus. I need to be able to get rumpus room again. Coin. 23 unknown. 24 office. I never did find all the gems at that spread. Oops. Office spreads. Did I actually pull? I didn't pull up the office either, did I? No, I didn't pull up the office. Drawing room is 25. Drawing room. 26 unknown. 27 is library. Okay. Discovered less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Okay, that explains a lot. Library is so useful. 28 is Chamber of Mirrors, which I've only gotten once and I've never really been able to do anything with it. 29 and 30 I've not seen. 31 utility closet. Pretty sure I've done everything I could in the utility closet. So 32, 33, 34 security. There's still more secrets in the security, I know that much. 35 workshop. Pretty sure I still have secrets in the workshop. 36 lab. I know I still have secrets in lab. Let's see, 37, 38, 39. I know there's still secrets with mailroom, so I need to draft that again some more. I know there's secrets with freezer, because there's a letter in there, so freezer. 41, dining room. 42, observatory. 43, conference room. 44, aquarium. I still don't get the point of the aquarium. I wonder if you can drain the water in it though. That would be pretty cool. 45, antechamber. 46, who the F knows. 46 is 46. Supposedly exists. Then we have the bedroom. Boudoir. Guest room. Nursery. Servants' quarters. Bunk room. And then 2 unknown rooms that I haven't found yet. Hallway. West Wing Hall. East Wing Hall. Corridor. Passageway. Secret passage. Now that I know, like, you can find things on the backside of doors, I wonder if there is a secret if you open the backside of secret passage. Like if you drafted it and then didn't use it. Because that's what happened with Foundation. Okay. Unknown hallway and then Great Hall. Green rooms, we have terrace, patio, courtyard. I still want to know how to get into the cloister, but I haven't figured that out. Because there's been dig spots there, so you have to be able to get in there. Cloister, veranda, greenhouse, and then 2 others. For shops, oh wow, I found barely any shops. Okay. Commissary. Kitchen. Unknown, unknown. Unknown. Bookshop. And 2 more unknowns. Okay. Red rooms. Furnace. I do need to get furnace. Lavatory. Chapel. Maid's chamber. Archives. I want to get archives again. It's frustrating, but I want it again because it's got that dates. The dates that I need, I think. It has dates in it. That might be useful. Gymnasium. Dark room. I do find it interesting weight room has this. You look at this. So if you've ever played games like House Flipper, this is an indication of a secret room. So if you can smash walls, because there's, I think the bricks here are cracked or they look weird. This would also, I would say, be a secret room too, just the way it's shaped. So I wonder if you can smash walls. If that's a thing. Because that would be cool. The sledgehammer, I don't think I've actually tried to use the sledgehammer on a wall. So maybe you can. That's a thought. Weight room. And then 1 more room missing. I have a feeling there should be more rooms here. Outer rooms. I'm only missing 1 outer room, which I think is that one thing that I've been trying to do. So again, room. iBug directory. Tool shed. Shelter. Schoolhouse. Wait, did the schoolroom not show up on here? I thought I got the schoolroom. When I got the schoolhouse. Classroom. Does classroom not actually show up as a room? Classroom doesn't show up as a room in the directory. Because I got the classroom when I got the schoolhouse. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's curious. So you can't get classrooms without the schoolhouse then. Because they're not part of the directory. So are there other rooms you can't get that aren't part of the directory? Because if you can't get classrooms with the... Huh. I need to think about that. Root cellar. Hovel. Trading post, which has the explodey thing in it that I don't know how to do. And tomb. Okay. Well, that's a thought. Okay. Anyways, thank you for joining me for however long you joined. Those of you who did. Appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will be streaming again on Saturday, and it will be not a puzzle game, but probably an adventure game like Indiana Jones, or I think I'm looking at Obscura 33 or something, maybe Control, I don't know. I haven't figured out which game I'm playing yet. But it'll be something. So, but with that being said, thank you. You guys have a great day. Ta!